I'm the self-care queen, and when I tell you I have done everything but take care of myself for the past couple of weeks, it's not okay. It's not okay. What? Why?
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow.
I'm about to glow up, okay? Now, I've put the bathroom and parts of the salon and my room upside down looking for my detangler brush, and I cannot seem to find it. I got this brush from Shapewear, but honestly, nothing is really like my detangler brush. I haven't tried this yet, but nothing beats my detangler brush. So, let's see how this goes. I was able to actually detangle my hair. It was okay. It was alright. The brush is not bad. The issue that I'm having with the brush is that when my hands are all lathered up with product and the slip on the product that I use the slip is slipping, okay? Entonces, when I hold the brush, it slips. Not a fan. However, the brush itself is alright. I'm noticing that this is going to turn into a blow up quick little video because I'm about to handle these brows, okay? I don't remember last time I actually plucked my brows, and it is kind of embarrassing. So we're gonna go ahead and handle that. I'm watching Talia's You Stink podcast. I can't even talk, I'm sorry guys. I'm not watching the episodes in chronological order. I just watched her last episode first, which was very inspiring. I'm gonna leave links and stuff, and then this next one just popped up. This is episode 3, and she's just talking about her background and her life and stuff. She's very inspiring. Like, I'm not gonna say I have a hard time looking for creators to follow and stuff like that these days, because I pretty much follow the same creators I follow for a very long time. But she's kind of new to me because I think I started following her on Instagram like 6-7 months ago, if that. And then I followed her on TikTok, and then now I'm following her on YouTube. I didn't know she had a YouTube channel. I saw it when she dropped her podcast. So I still have a mask in my hair. I really love that mask. If you watch my Instagram reels, YouTube shorts, or a TikTok series where I dyed my hair red, I used a Sipon Magic product. Chef's Kiss. I love it. That's my favorite mask to use. So anyways, she said something that was very, very simple, but it just spoke to me, and I think it's going to stuck with me for a very long time. And it was the fact that following your dream, like pursuing your dream, is embarrassing as fuck. Like, that is so embarrassing. And it made me giggle, it made me laugh when she said it, because I'm like, yo, that's kind of what I've been trying to say this whole time. I guess she just put into words what I've been thinking for such a long time. Following and pursuing your dreams is very, I need my light, is very embarrassing. Hold on. So she was just saying that, you know what, following your dreams is very, very embarrassing. It goes into stepping out of your comfort zone, because honestly, nothing grows in your comfort zone. And I know that sounds very cliche, and you probably heard it a million times before, but it doesn't help hearing it if you're not going to apply it to your life. And I feel like that's kind of where I feel a bit stuck. Like, I hear certain advice or certain things and I'm like, it just lights a little thing in my brain, but then I don't actually follow through with adding it into my life. I don't know, it's just like, shit, this is me. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Upholding a persona has to be very exhausting. One thing about me is I might have not posted a lot of embarrassing moments of myself on social media, because honestly, truthfully speaking, who really wants to do that? Nobody. But what I can say though is that I've never been anyone but myself. I've never tried to imitate anyone. I always knew that I got on social media because I'm not going to say at the time there wasn't any representation of anyone that looked like me, because I would be lying. But yeah, there wasn't a representation of someone that looked like me because I wasn't on here. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, black women, a lot of black creators, but no one was me. And I knew I had something to bring to the table. That might not resonate with everybody. It might not be for everybody. My content is not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. It took time for me to be okay with that, because there's something about me being such a people-pleasing, past tense, used to be, because not anymore, baby. there was definitely parts of me that's like, oh my god, like people are not liking my content, people are not doing this. But then it's just like, you know what, my content is going to reach the people that it needs to reach at the end of the day. And then like years down the line of me being on social media, I received multiple messages of people saying like, hey, like you're really inspiring, like you did this, you did that, which is something I don't post because I don't care to post it. Me making a difference in their lives, that just really light a fire in my ass, and I'm like, you know what, I'm doing something right. And my content, even if I get 10 views, baby, I'm reaching 10 people who needed to see that video. It does not matter. If I would have been caught up in the numbers, I would probably go crazy. My videos can go from having 50,000 views to having 200. It could be a makeup video, but for some reason, one makeup video just really resonated with people and the other one didn't, and that's okay. If you want to get better at something, you just need to do it many times. You just need to do it often. And that's another thing, is like sometimes I feel like as humans we're so quick to be like, oh my god, if I'm going to start playing the clarinet, is that even what it's called in English? I don't know. But let me take an actual example. Right now I'm learning Portuguese. Girl, you know how long I've been postponing learning Portuguese, and I came up with all of the excuses in the book, okay? All of the excuses in the book. And I was just like, you know what, until one day, just very randomly the other day, it's only been a week. It's only been a week. Oh, wait, I got something in my eye. It's only been a week, so I'm not gonna sit here and see, oh my god, I'm fluent in Portuguese. No, I'm not. But I've been trying for a whole week, and I've been consistent, and I've had discipline, and I know more now than I did last week. You see where I'm going with this? At the end of the day, I have a freaking eyelash sticking out and poking my eye. The only reason why I know more this week than I did last week is because I told myself I was just gonna do it. All of this is just so common sense, but I feel like a lot of people, we just don't apply it to our day-to-day thing. It's just like very easy. It's very easy for me to give people advice. Listen, one thing about me, people gonna come to me for some advice because I'm always gonna have some advice to give you. I'm a very smart person. I walked this earth before, but for some reason I always have a hard time following my own advice. Why is that? Why is that? When I'm literally seeing in real time how my advice is working for the people around me. Why am I not doing that to myself? It makes no sense. So it's like I just have to get out of that. The whole topic of that episode of her podcast was overcoming perfectionism, which is a huge thing for me. Like if the video does not look like I imagine in my head, I'm not putting it out. Why? Why? When I was a rookie at this whole video thing, I put out just about anything. Like if, listen, the very first video I posted on YouTube, I think I ended up deleting it. But even now, if y'all just look back at my content from 2-3 years ago, listen, it's real different. It's real different, and I've grown a lot. Like I've come a long way. But guess what? I would have not came a long way if I didn't put those videos out. Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm the self-care queen. And when I tell you I have done everything but take care of myself for the past couple of weeks, not okay. It's not okay. Why? I know that keeping myself together and doing self-care things always makes me feel good. So why am I not doing it? While I'm waiting for to take out my mask, I need to figure out if I'm gonna do roller set or if I'm just gonna blow dry my hair. I don't know what I want to do. But anyways, you might think, IANDRA, why are you so obsessed with this hairbrush situation? Can y'all believe I found my detangler brush after I did everything I needed to do? Anyways, I just want to show you guys what I was talking about. So this is my detangler brush. This is actually from Carol's daughter. I got it in a PR from Carol's daughter 4 or 5 years ago at the beginning of pandemic. I got this brush. I have not been able to put it down ever since. This is the best detangler brush ever. I've seen a lot of other similar brushes, so it spreads like this. It's not as flexible, but it does spread, but a little bit. It's a whole lot of hours later. Thought I had more bobby pins, but I guess y'all know bobby pins be disappearing. I just really want to let y'all know I have not done rollers on myself. I haven't done rollers period on myself or anybody else in well over 10 years. I'm not even gonna, because I'm just not that girl. I don't really do straight hair, you know what I'm trying to say? The only thing I want to put in my hair is this organic argan oil. Not too much. We don't want the hair to be oily or anything like that. Okay, I didn't talk through the process at all whatsoever, but clearly y'all saw I did not do my rollers because I started it. My hair was already kind of drying up. I could have just wet it and like did it over, but I just didn't want to do it, to be very honest. I didn't have an excuse. I simply did not want to do it. Didn't have it in me. So what did I do? I blow dried my hair. However, as you guys can see, I have a lot of ends that need to be handled. Of course, it's been, what did I say earlier, 4 months since I did my hair color. So obviously there's a lot of it's a lot of cutting that needs to be done, and my blow drying is definitely not perfect. Like listen, I'm Dominican, all of that, but that's actually my mother's specialty. What I do is makeup. My mom does hair. I have it in my blood, I have it in my genes, but it's not gonna be as perfect as when mommy does it. So this is what we got going on, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the amount of times I wanted to stop and just go get my mom. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with my ends. I don't know if I want to cut them myself and then hear my mother's mouth go off on me for the next month, or if I'm just gonna go up and ask her. She said absolutely not, because she wants to do all of that when she does my hair. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm hot. I'm exhausted. I'm very much done with it. Do I want my brows red right now? Yes, I do. Will I do anything about it? No, I won't. I'm gonna leave it just like that. Excuse the lighting. This kitchen does not have the best lighting. It's okay. I'm about to try out a snack that I've seen Aaliyah's face eat. I think she said she found it on TikTok, and it's caviar. I've never been a fan of caviar. Have I tried it multiple different ways? No. I kind of just tried it once and I was like, yeah, this is not it. I'm not the type to be having to try things multiple times to know whether I like it or not. Like, I taste it one time. If I don't like it, baby, I just don't like it. But we're older now, and my taste buds, I guess, you know, they change with time, and for some reason I find that snack to be very intriguing. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and try it. That's what I'm gonna do now. What we got is potato chips. I picked one with flavor just because I feel like regular salt chips just is not gonna hit, and I want a flavor bomb. So we got some potato chips. I got this plant-based Philadelphia. Then I also have a different type of cheese. This one is not plant-based, but I like this one. It's actually really, really good. Then my mom's gonna eat some too, and for her I have this right here. I really don't know what it's called in English, but it's this. It's basically pork. I don't eat pork, but my mom does, so she's gonna have some. And then we have the black caviar. My parents love caviar, so I'm not even worried about my mom liking this or not. I know she's gonna like this. She likes absolutely everything. She likes the potato chips, she likes the caviar, she likes the cheese, and she also likes the speck shinka. So she's more than likely going to like it. The question is, am I gonna like it? And I also never had this plant-based Philadelphia, so it's interesting. It'll be interesting. Put it on top. This is not the cheese that I've seen Aaliyah use, but this is the cheese that I'm gonna use. I don't mind touching or cooking meat and stuff, even though I don't eat it. But one thing about pork is always gonna gross me the fuck out. I don't like pork at all. Like, what is this? Like, so then we take the caviar. This is very interesting. It doesn't smell like much. I don't know how much to put. Is this too much? I don't know. I feel like this is a lot of caviar on one little thing. Apparently this is salty. That's what my dad said. Okay, so basically this is the snack. I feel like that's a lot of caviar. It was nice. I don't feel like the caviar tasted like much. Maybe the creme fraiche on the chips are overpowering the taste of the caviar. I'm gonna try the other type of cheese. I feel like it's doable, it's eatable, it's not bad, it's good. I want to try with different type of chips, maybe crackers, because crackers are more neutral, because I don't feel the taste of the caviar. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me go ahead and give it to my mom, see what she thinks. I'm so tired, I feel high, and I haven't felt like that in a very long time. Anyways, oh, let me tell you how I'm taking oil of oregano. And if you know anything about oil of oregano, it tastes like straight shit. Like, that tastes so bad. It's good for you, but it tastes so bad. Apparently, if you have parasites, while your body's working to get rid of the parasites, you will burp up and it will taste like the oil of oregano. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna divide my hair. So I go from my ears and I just go like as if I'm doing like a half up half down type of thing, so not straight across. So I'm left with this here from the back. I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just gonna, just like that, this is what it looks like. So I like to brush this one forward. We're gonna leave this. It's not a perfect part, but it's fine. This is such a Dominican thing to do. This will definitely give me some type of body by the time I wake up tomorrow. So if you don't like that, then do not do anchoitas. If you don't want that, you need to do tubi, which is the one where you wrap your hair and it's just flat. But I need a netting for that, and I don't know where the netting is at. You can either do this one to the front, or you could do it this. It just depends on how you want your curls. Perfect. You see? You take your bonnet and you put your bonnet on.